Hey guys, Richard around with 2009's YouTube, and today you're looking at my workbench, my workspace where I really work on my cars that I have, So I'm just gonna give you a little tour of my workbench. So, um, so the first thing I'm gonna start out with is my tools and my, you know, stuff for RC cars. Well, obviously over here is this where all my tools are. I have all my Allens, my sockets, and T-wrenches, Y-wrench, Allen wrenches, more Allen wrenches, and needle nose pliers, safety glasses for when I grind on metal so it doesn't get in my face, more Allen wrenches, hairbrush. I have no idea why that's there. Well, that and I have long hair. You never know, when I'm working on a hot RC car, my hair can get in the way. And here's some of my oils, shock oil and diff oil, Loctite, extra servo. This came with my mini Savage Flux. Really crappy servo, 40 ounces or something. Yeah. And now we're gonna move over here. This is my workspace. Over here. This is where I work on my car right here, and I put all the parts over here. Like if I just take a wheel off, I just put it over here so it's not in the way over here. And then that side of the workbench is my brother's workbench. And then he has a really cool mini Summit that he never uses, and he wants to sell it, and I kind of almost want to use it, but I can't because it's his. It would be really mean. But anyways, here's another interesting tool that I have. It's a little grinding sander thing. You just put something right there, like maybe take a screw, if I can even get a screw. You grind it, you go like that, and you just turn it on. Let's turn it on for you. Take this. Just working stuff like that. And then this little tool is like, Jesus, 48 years old. And it's in mid condition. It's pretty cool. And of course I always got garbage over here. Because I eat out here. Well, okay, here's underneath my workbench. Here's the box of this random crap. Fishnet. Everyone loves fishnet. If you ever know your RC car can run late, you can catch it. Here's a little miniature power cell battery for a Mini Revo, which I no longer have anymore. I sold that. I'm tired of it. A whole bunch of zip ties. Just a lot of random crap. Remotes. Tires for a mini Smash. Oh boy. Really old. Here's some stuff for the little grinding thingy over here. Turns into many different things. Oh, look, here's another power cell miniature battery. Oh, cool, it's a Dean's. I haven't seen this battery in a while. And yeah, that's in there too. Yeah, that kind of fell. Okay, and then here is a box that I've had since I ever started RC cars. This is literally like a box of shame. A bunch of random crap. I don't even know why this is in here. It's weird. And then here's some old magazines. This is from, I don't even know what year this is. I think it's 2010. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's over there. Here's a really old GT2 chassis I got in 07. And you can see it's completely discombobulated. And just a whole bunch of wheels, A-arms, old chassis, whole bunch of remotes. Got tons of the Traxxas ones. Easy starts, iHomes, differentials, all of RC you could think of. Transmissions, shocks, goes from anything to freaking two-stroke engines, anything you can think of, gas tanks, bearings, wheels, mufflers, soldering irons, just a whole bunch of crap, just years and years of crap. And there's another box of shame over there, with scooters and my longboard, and whatever that is. Well, that goes back underneath here of the shame of whole death. There it is. Oh, there's also bodies in there too. Here's my really old B4 buggy body that I sold and I didn't give the body. I give away the body. I'm smart. And then there's one more cool little location that I have over here. This is where I charge all my batteries. Pretty much keep all my good wheels. Yeah, as you see, got random chain lube. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of 6-cell batteries, nickel metal batteries. I got some pretty nice nickel metals. It's not a nice one. Here's a nice one, 3000 milliamps, 6.2 volt, or 7.2, my bad. Here's a 7-cell, 8.4. That is completely discombobulated, as you can see. And there's another really cool spot. That's where I keep my stuff. And here's some fuel. I don't run nitro anymore. I just don't know why I have those up there. I completely transferred over to electric. I'm done with nitro. I'm sorry, nitro. Yeah, I sold my Revo 3.3 about, I don't know, 3 months ago before school started, pretty much. And then, yeah, so here's another 2.4 gigahertz radio that is completely crap from the mini HPI Savage Flux that I really don't like, and it's really screwed up. And then here's my favorite part of my whole entire workbench. Of course, my cars. What you can see here is my RC10 T2. As you can tell, this is a really old, really old 1994, really old stadium truck, but overall, it's in very good condition, as you can tell. Nice brushless system motor. And I'm going to give you a little review about this car. So, I originally got this car, let's see, about 2 years ago. This is my race truck. As you can see, I haven't raced in a while, and I've been just driving down the street, but I do have extra tires. But overall, this is a really fun truck. It's in mid condition, like beyond mid condition. It's in perfect condition, actually. But overall, inside, I'll just take off the little battery cover thingy here. I don't have a tripod, so I can get everything one-handed. Inside here, I respray painted the chassis on the inside. Put a good Traxxas servo in it. I put a new little, motors and little tiny little electric motors in here. I put a new one in there from my old 160 ounce, what's it called? 160 ounce high-tech servo metal gear, and I completely replaced that with metal gears. You can get that from thetoys.com, by the way. And I have my Traxxas 2.4 gigahertz radio. You might say it's crap, but I kind of like it better than the HPI. No offense to HPI, I like the 2.4 gigahertz. By Traxxas, I have like 4 of their receivers, but I sold 2 of them because I only have 2 cars. And overall, you can tell this car is wired up pretty good. Yeah, here I have the brushless system I have in this. I have the Castle Creation Sidewinder SCT, 3S LiPo capable. I mostly run my 8 or 7 cell in this, but I am planning on buying some LiPos, some 2S LiPos. That's all you really need. And back here I have the motor, and this one it's all taped up because I soldered this. I had no what's it called, heat shrink. When I first got the motor, the wires were like just very long, so I was like, I don't need that much space, And the gearing on this is a 87 tooth spur and a 23 tooth pinion. It's a lot of torque, but it's a really fast, fun car. And then we'll move to the front here. Front RPM blue A-arms. These are great. Original shock bores. These have been original for a long time, and they're in very good condition. I just repainted them. I repainted them navy gray, or navy green, my bad. And then original. No, these aren't original. I broke this A-arm, but that's an original A-arm. This truck didn't get driven a lot. It was just mostly sitting on the wall until I got it. Shock towers. This is my second my second back shock tower. This is my third front shock tower. I scratched them up pretty good, and I spray painted the shock towers. And my shock tower mount is pretty effed up. It's got a lot of holes in it and all that. It's getting old, but it's still holding up pretty good. And it is, I got the upgraded CVD drive shafts for the T2. And then underneath, you can see 1, 2, 3 countersunk screws, and one isn't right here. I couldn't find a countersunk screw for the bulkhead because the bulkhead was stripped and I couldn't use the stock screws, so I had to buy some cheap plastic screws from some hardware store in some place, I don't know. And I found this in my garage, on my garage floor, and I used it and it works fine, and everything's solid. And it's just a little underneath of the truck itself. Very nice. Well, it's scratched up. I don't even know what that sticker was. It came with the truck. It's pretty old. That's what the owner told me. And then I have ground assault, H-Pride ground assault tires and rims. I really don't know what the front tires are. It doesn't have a specific name. I think they're just stock tires from a GT2 or a T4. I have no idea. Those aren't Proline. They look like Proline slicers, but they're not. And overall, that's just a little review over my Team Associated RC10 T2. And so we're going to put that guy back up on the wall. And so we plugged this in here. Put that back like that. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. My flip camera just literally broke. I ended up dropping it, and the switch came out and completely broke, so I cannot turn it on anymore. But that thing was a piece of crap. Now I'm using my Android, my HTC Inspire, with a nice 8 megapixel camera. It records up to 720p, and it has 35 frames per second. It's kind of a little unstable, but it focuses, at least better than my freaking flip. Yeah, see that? It's pretty nice. Well, anyways, we're going to put this car back up on the wall where it belongs. Right there. Next car. Oh boy. So here's my 2.4 gigahertz radio system. You can see it's got ghetto stickers on it from HPI. Right there. So I can tell which car you're going to use. Or people can tell. Put the stuff over here. Okay. Alright. A little Mini Savage XX Flux. Okay. I got some pretty fun runs on this car. Until I broke something. I broke my front right drive cup, and I'm really pissed about that because I got this car a little bit before Thanksgiving, and I broke it 3 days later. Just jumping off a small little jump and barely hitting a corner of this tiny little jump, and completely broke the freaking drive cup. Like, split the drive cup in half. I'll show you a picture of it later. And I got pretty pissed, so I'm only running two-wheel drive right now, which kind of sucks, and the drive cup doesn't come till late December, but it's on the toys.com right now. You can order it. They have 5 left in stock, so you better hurry if this part's broken. I haven't ordered it yet, so I'll probably end up ordering it tomorrow, the next day, or just waiting after Christmas. But overall, this car is really, really, really fun. It's so much fun to do backflips, jump off my quarter pipe den in my street. Just a little ball of fun. And as you can tell, it's very stylish. It's got the original Savage Flux body. Looks exactly the same as this actual Savage Flux. It's very stylish. Same rims, just really tiny. It's a 1/10 scale rim, kind of like how those tires are up there. So I could easily swap those tires out with this. And it is pin driven, capable with the pin type of wheel hub. We're gonna take off the body here. Get a little nice look on the inside. And I got this car for $312 at my local hobby shop. Because that's with tax. The car itself is $269, and plus got a couple stickers. And here's the body, as you can see. And then here's the inside of the car. I actually had to gear down this car. It was just geared up a little bit too high. And I geared it from a 28, here's my 28, my 28 tooth pinion gear right here. It's just geared up just a little bit too high, so I geared down to about 4 teeth. I went down to 24 teeth. I went down 4 teeth, and I went to a 24 tooth pinion gear. And so, but that was a pain in the butt to get out, because you had to take out the transmission, and from the transmission you had to take off a little cover over in here to get to the motor, or to get the motor off. But overall, it was kind of worth it. But anyways, back onto the review. Okay, so a cool thing about this car is that it can take 1/10 scale batteries. You can also take a 7-cell. And if you watched well, of course you watched the video, the first part of the video. This part is missing because it broke off, but I tried my friend's 7-cell battery and it didn't work because the front part was on here. But this is really dangerous to do, so I'm gonna like solder it down right here and then right there, so it'll be flush with itself. I recommend that you don't do that because it's really dangerous and you can short out your battery, also possibly your car. But anyways, it's a fun little car. It's very fast. I put a 2S Life on it. It's very fun, standing backflips all day long. And but there's a little disappointment about this car. See the TVPs? These TVPs are plastic. I was gonna be like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna be metal. And when I got the truck, they were plastic. I was like, that's a minor detail. I mean, that's just a knockoff for me. I thought they were going to be metal, but overall, it's a very sturdy truck. And the type of brushless system is the Vapor Pro. This is a Castle motor, but HPI had to deal with Castle, and they put, I don't know what type of, I think it's like a Sidewinder SV2, or I really don't know. I keep thinking it's a SCT, a Sidewinder SCT, but it's a good motor system. It's censored, or sensorless, my bad. And it's a 4,000 kilovolt motor. It comes with Deans, which is awesome. I love Deans. Every one of my things is Deans. And then, let's see. And then also, underneath the truck is also very nice, as you can tell. And then you got this little tiny receiver box in here. I have no antenna poking out because my track's at 2.4 gigahertz going on. And, yeah, so, and then, in here's your drivetrain, you know, typical, and, oh, there's also one more thing I need to tell you. See these things? Turnbuckles? They snap off easily. If you tumble, jump off a ramp here, to say if you land like that, yeah, it will come off because there's too much stress on there, and they're plastic, so I kind of want to get to the metal versions, the stiffer metal version. But overall, very fun truck, and the suspension is so great. It's like perfect. It's not too soft, it's not too hard, it's just right in the middle. So if you drop it, it does absorb, but it does tend to bottom out if you jump a little bit too high. Overall, it's a fun little truck. I would recommend it, and would recommend it. The reason why is because if you're a racer, I would not recommend this car at all. If you're a basher, I would totally recommend this car. If you are a racer and a basher, it's your decision if you want to get the car or not. So it's all up to you. And yeah, oh yeah, one more thing. The drive shafts are dog bones. I really don't like dog bone drive shafts. I like CVDs. CVDs are the way to go. Well, oh, I keep forgetting things here. Another cool thing I did to this truck is actually a major defect. I don't know what HPI was doing when they were making this car. This motor, this servo, is a 40-ounce servo. This gives you no turning radius at all, and it's a super sloppy servo. It'll be good for like a stadium truck like that thing up there, the Austin T2. That's really old and fun. And this servo is just very, very, very crappy. I would totally take this out of the truck and replace it with a high-tech Metal Gear servo. And that's pretty much what I did. But I got some weird servo from from Ultimate RC. Give me a link. I don't know what type of servo it is, but it is a 120-ounce servo, and this car turns very good now. It's way better than 40 ounces. So if I were you, I would go out, spend the $45 or $60, $80. It's totally worth it because you want to have good turning when you're a basher. Well, that's it for these reviews, guys. So I hope you liked it. Hope you like seeing a very old memory T2 when you were a child or something. This is a very nice T2. Also comment on this T2 and see if this is the nicest team associated T2 you've ever seen in this whole entire world. Just can't say no to that nice, clean T2. And then also comment about my little mini Savage Flux, and if you have been looking on my channel, I am making a Mad Bash Savage XS Flux. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that in a while because I'm waiting for my four-wheel drive, my new drive cup to come in, and that hasn't not come in yet. So stay tuned on my channel and look for updated activity. And thanks for watching, guys. And please rate, comment, or subscribe. Thank you.